So the biggest question I've been asked this week, when will NVC finally schedule my case? When will I get that interview? Well, this is going to be an update for October 2022, moving to November. I'll give you an update as to what's happening in NVC, what's going on with the backlog, and how cases are being scheduled for interview at the moment. So if you have an interest in this topic, if you're going through the visa interview process, this video is for you, and I'll see you on the other side. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Immigration Channel. This is the place where you get the most up-to-date immigration news, immigration information, and everything else that you need to make your immigration journey less stressful. My name is Jacob Sapochnick, and I'm an immigration attorney located in San Diego, California, and I help clients in all 50 states and all over the world. In this video, I'll answer the question, when will NVC finally schedule your case? What's happening with NVC backlog? What's going on over there? But before we do that, if you're here for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos, and also give us a big like so YouTube will be able to show this video to more people just like you. If you need my help with any of your immigration matters, you're going to text me right here, 619-483-4549. This is the only number you should text. Don't fall into any of these comments who are sending you text messages or WhatsApp numbers that are not ours. This is the only official number you should text if you need my help. All right, so what's happening with NVC? Immigrant visa backlog fell by over 4,000 cases in the past 4 months. That means that less and less people are waiting for interviews to be scheduled. However, this number represents only 1% of the overall backlog. Now, while this number is really small and tiny, any reduction in the backlog is good news because it tells us that there's going to be a trend that will continue to increase month by month. So for the moment, based on NVC processing times and statistics, the cases that are currently documented complete and are waiting for interviews at NVC at the moment are set 416,856 cases pending for interviews documented complete. Now the number of cases documented complete already scheduled for interviews is 32,175 cases as of now. Finally, the number of eligible applicants still pending the schedule of an interview is now sitting at 384,681 cases. That's a lot. That's a lot of cases that are still pending. So yes, there is a reduction, but it's really, really slow. However, it's important to understand that the current falling backlog green card numbers may be a distorted picture of reality. So although the total number in the backlog has shrunk, it seems that NVC may actually be manipulating the data but artificially reducing the number of cases that are actually considered to be documented complete. So by keeping cases outside of the documented complete pipeline at the beginning, NVC is actually able to reduce the backlog at the tail end. It's only an appearance actually. This is also being supported by the fact that not enough cases are being sent to the embassies for interviews at the moment. So while on paper it appears that the backlog is being reduced slowly, not enough interviews are being scheduled at embassies, consulates worldwide, and therefore to tackle this backlog, it may actually take a couple of years to get some real results if they're not going to find a way to speed up this process. Because think about it, in the meantime, USCIS continues to approve I-130 and I-140 petitions. Those are taking some time as well, but once those petitions are being approved, guess what? They're being sent to the National Visa Center for them to sit there and wait for the process to start all over again, as I mentioned before. Wait for the case to be documented complete, send it to the US Embassy, and then wait for these embassies to schedule those interviews. Just to give you perspective, NVC is receiving about 7,000 cases every month, approvals from USCIS to be processed at NVC. Unless they find a better way to move through the system, we're going to see that backlog increase again. Right now, there are some speculations about the actual authenticity or validity of the numbers we see on their processing backlog report, but assuming that these numbers are not actually correct, the only way we can see whether there's actually real movement in the process is when the embassies are going to start scheduling those interviews and removing this backlog from National Visa Center, not by 1%. Numbers like 5 to 10% decrease in number of people waiting for interviews. That's when we're going to see those real results. At the same time, you have to understand that the way NVC is working right now, there are definitely some improvements. Now, for the moment, the way it works is when your case arrives to NVC, the current case creation time is 21 days. That's actually real, and we can verify that also based on our clients too. Now, an actual document review at NVC, once your documents are received, is set about 64 days right now. So that's average. Can be a little bit longer, but it's definitely about average 64 days. Some cases take about 90 days, but I would say again, 64 days, it's what NVC reports, takes document review at the moment. When you make a public inquiry response at NVC, get response for them is about 56 days. These are current numbers and definitely much better than we've seen a year ago. So as I said, while the backlog is still big, while the improvements are really small, like I said, 1%, it's moving forward. It's moving forward. And again, we're hopeful that they will be finding better ways to move cases through the system. And when we make this report again next month, we can actually give you better news and better numbers. So once again, if you have any questions, post them in the comments below about this video. Hopefully we'll be able to report better numbers and better movement next month. If you need help with your case, text me right here, 619-483-4549. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.